never was gonna be mad as hell. Trent Dog in there howling all day.
Oh, they don't be doing it like that. No, they don't. I know a lot of people that got bad sounds.
I'm gonna give me one. I watch the dog show, and that's what I want. I want the bass sound.
That's what I'm saying. Do the people that got bass sounds, they around animals and shit out there?
Yeah, they hunt animals.
You say
yeah, no, they live in apartments and everything.
Oh yeah, see, they ain't seen no animals.
Man,
I'm saying when the bass hounds see them animals in the backyard, he gonna howl and shit.
That's what I want him to do. Let me know what's back here. Good job.
The boys are back.
The boys are back in town.
So guys,
how's it going, J-Ho?
Doing all right, Joe.
All right.
What it do?
That's too early for that, bro. Give me your winner or loser of the week, Weezy.
Loser of the week, man. It's me. I walked off the set last week. It was me. I take that one. I'm the loser of the week.
Yeah.
That's me. Got to come back and play better. That's all you can do.
That's it.
Keep putting up shots, baby.
That's all you can do.
What you got, Coach?
My loser of the week is high school basketball. Yeah. The National High School Federation has changed the rules for high school basketball now. There will be no more 1-1 in high school basketball. They are going to 5 fouls every quarter.
Okay.
That's the bonus. Once you get to 5 fouls, you shoot 2 free throws and you get fouled.
Damn.
Instead of 1-1. Every quarter, the fouls reset.
Wow.
They do this in women's college basketball already.
Yeah.
So they're doing that for high school basketball now. I don't think that's going to be good for high school basketball, but what do I know?
It's kind of like the NBA almost.
Not at all.
Because the fouls reset like in each quarter.
As far
NBA.
as that,
Yeah,
the quarter reset. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
What you got, Joe?
My winner of the week is the WNBA, man. It's back.
Yeah, we back.
By the time you hear this, the season will be up and going and rolling, baby.
Rolling.
Yeah.
Who you got winning?
Aces by a mile.
Aces by a mile.
Loaded.
Super duper team.
Loaded.
Yeah, they loaded. Yeah, they loaded. I'll talk about it.
They got this. See they 2K rates? 297s on that team.
For real?
Well,
Asia and Candace
and
Parker.
CP. Well, CP at 93 and Asia at 97.
What's
Who's the
KP?
third? What's Pump?
I ain't see her.
She got to be a 95.
She got to be at least a 90. Yeah. My loser of the week is a loser. It's Ben Simmons. From your couch, you can't clown the Sixers being blown out in Game 7. And you on the couch. You ain't play basketball. Your new agent came out and said that you're clear for X, Y, and Z. I want to see it. Let's play, man.
Yeah,
Let's
please.
play basketball. That's what you getting paid for $180 million.
So he not with Clutch no more.
Nah, he left Rich Paul. He left RP.
Yeah.
That don't happen a lot.
Nah.
Yeah, that's
He
what we
wasn't
don't
clutch.
see.
He wasn't a clutch athlete though.
He was, but he
wasn't.
wasn't. He fell off.
Yeah, he ain't got it.
I mean, he was heavy clutch.
Yeah, he was, but it's over.
He
You gotta
fell
get
off.
himself together.
There to get you is over.
The day of the geese.
Day to get you damn on. You ready, cameraman?
Full sport press.
Yeah. No layup line, no warm-ups, no nothing. We just walking right into the stadium, get into the game. Let's do it. When the beat on, then it's on. Wearing our right jerseys on the road, cause how we feel where we roam is our home. Leaving these other podcasts null and void. The show can't miss something like Tom Shepard and corduroys. Full sport press, you know them boys. Jay run the point, lock for 3, and me, I crash the boards. Weezy told you that it's paid for.
Full sport press.
Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back and some of you for the first time to the Full Sport Podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I'm J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your boy Weezy. What it do?
It's your man, Coach Locke.
Cameraman, how you doing, brother?
Silencio, por favor.
Seal.
No, that's good. Let's roll. That's good. It's good. He's zipped up. Let's roll.
You know that Weezy.
Shit, let's go. That's what we. Yes, Lord. For the rest, let's go.
Oh, man. Episode 469. We're analyzing the 2023 NBA Coaching Carousel.
FSP style.
Always FSP style.
You better damn know it.
Better than believe it.
Drop this gospel. Drop this gospel lyrics.
He said that he gonna keep my
That's
downfall.
He's serious too. Weezy, give me your best of the week, dog.
Best of the week, man. For me, playoffs is over with. It feels real good coming to the studio this week. Playoffs, we're done with that. We're done with that. Yeah, we're done with that season of the show. That's it. That's over.
Yeah, sure is. What you got, Coach?
Man, my best of the week, man. A lot of celebrations, man. Mother's Day, birthday, engagements, a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff going on. Man. A lot of weekends,
Yeah,
a lot of stuff weekend.
Yeah, it's tough. You had a heavy weekend.
Heavy long weekend.
Yeah. Shout out to you,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Shout out to
Happy
Coach.
birthday, happy everything.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to moms.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day. All the
All the
mothers in the
All
world.
the
Shout out to
we forgot to
everybody.
give them a shout out last week.
We did. Shout
But
out to everybody, mom.
better late than never.
Shout out to the mom.
Yeah, shout out to mom, especially Weezy mom, for sure. Best of the week. Talk to me,
I don't
Jeff.
even know where that was going.
It's big fight weekend, coach. We're gonna talk over that. Yeah, man. Big fight weekend. We got Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko, excuse me, for the undisputed light heavyweight championship of the world. Can't wait.
I can't either.
Can't wait.
I can't.
Yeah. Undisputed lightweight fight.
I hope it's a good fight.
Undisputed. You love when it's undisputed. All the belts on the line. Yeah.
Put it all on the line.
Put it all on the line.
That's right.
Yeah. My best of the week is MTV News, man, coming to an end after 36 years. So your whole life, Weezy. MTV News is shutting down. This is when I was told when Tupac passed away, Biggie, Aaliyah, a lot of very monumental moments of my youth set up by MTV News. End of an era, man. Platform. 36 years. That's a good run. Hell of a run.
Kurt Loder still doing that?
I'm gonna tell her what you said.
I told her Happy Mother's
I'm
Day.
gonna tell her what you said.
Especially what you mean.
And she gonna tell her one story. I'm gonna let it go on live. And
Nah,
tell it.
nah.
I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go on live and tell
Why
her
you
story
still
about
bringing it
you.
up, man? Who we got, cameraman? Go, Weezy. Worst of the week. Talk to me.
Oh, yeah, it hurt me right there.
You got talking to
My worst of the week this week is the NBA, and I think some point shaving going on, man. I just
don't do that. Don't do that.
it looks funny, man.
It's too early.
I'm telling you, man. This,
Right.
Don't get
Nah,
your
I
I saw it. I'm sorry. I saw it. Yeah. She's my girl saw it.
She went to Twitter.
Yeah, she said, I saw it.
She let it
I
go.
saw her. She saw it. She ain't said nothing since then.
the people called. Hey,
Yeah.
tell her to shut up, Steph.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Yeah.
Doing too
Indeed.
much.
Yeah. My worst of the week is Bo Jackson, guys.
Uh-oh.
Legendary athlete Bo Jackson has been suffering from chronic hiccups since last July. Has no remedies that have worked. Said he's getting a medical procedure done at the end of the week to remedy it. Godspeed to Bo Jackson. He said he's tried everything, man.
Damn,
Being
cameraman.
scared, water, man. It's just that's rough, man. Chronic hiccups,
hurt.
man.
Hiccups
Dude,
hurt.
can you imagine having hiccups when you go to sleep?
Why is cameraman laughing at
He's
this?
sick.
though?
He's sick.
Like-
He's sick. That's messed up.
Golly.
Godspeed to Bo. Shout out to Bo. Legendary
Get
Bo
better.
Jackson. Yeah.
Get better, man. Get better.
Yeah. What you
Damn.
got, Coach?
Man, my worst of the week, man. A Springfield, Missouri student was suspended because they recorded their teacher using racial slurs. Damn. You know what? I'm gonna quit doing what
I'm telling you, I brace myself for the worst.
Say it.
Every time. Yeah, man. Last week you had niggas getting their toes licked, man.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
And then now the worst part of it, can you imagine? Absolutely not.
That's my point.
Absolutely not.
That's my point. Imagine how that man felt.
Man, yeah. Jeff,
Golly.
talk to me, man. Worst of the week.
Shoot, man. This is kind of multi-faceted here, but American basketball players.
Okay.
If you look at it, the NBA right now with the lottery, we're going to talk about a little bit later, the John Morant situation we're going to talk about. American-born superstars are at a premium right now,
Yeah.
especially under the age of 30.
We got a couple.
We got
the best.
We got one.
We got the best
Under
on the
30?
30. We got the best on the 30.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
Jason Tatum.
What MVP he won?
Because he's 12.
The last 4 MVPs have been,
Oh, yeah. Nah, they've been cleaning up.
Yeah.
They've been cleaning up.
Cleaning
Shout out
house.
to them.
and the biggest draft prospect that we've ever seen is from where? That we've ever
France.
seen, but in 20 years is from where?
Yeah, Wemby.
Yeah. So
That might be a little cap. I'm telling you.
think about that. We go to break. Really think about the superstar under 30 that's American born right now.
This is going to push us to. It was supposed to be Zion Williamson.
And
His
he
ass
can't
can't stop eating.
he can't get on the court.
Nah, he
And
can't
the
stop
other can't
eating.
put the pistol
He
down.
can't put the plate
One
down.
can't put the plate down.
Yeah,
One can't put the pistol down. That's it. Push and P. Push and P.
Push and P.
Huh?
Okay, all right. Make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, Beyond Pod, YouTube, Amazon Music. To catch up on the full archive of past episodes of the Full Sport Press, just make sure you just search Full Sport Press Podcast. J-Hope.
Yes, sir.
And Weezy. Do you guys have a yellow box of Cheerios recipient for the listeners?
I do. This week's award recipient is Stetson Bennett.
It is, guys. It is. Stetson Bennett started college in 2017, guys. And now that it's 2023, he's preparing to make an impact in the NFL. Here's the thing. Yes, University of Georgia quarterback Stetson Bennett didn't graduate at all from college after leading his team to back-to-back national championships in 2021 and 2022. Yep. The rumors are true. Stetson Bennett will be a real-life Van Wilder. Almost 7 years at college and not graduating is difficult to do unless your degree calls for a lot of football. A lot of football. He was drafted by the Rams in the 4th round of the 2023 NFL draft.
How he don't got a degree?
Stetson Bennett
been chilling.
has not graduated from University of Georgia, or he went JUCO too.
Yeah, how he don't got a degree?
So he don't necessarily have to have associates if he was a qualifier and went JUCO, which he probably was. So that means he didn't have to graduate from JUCO. But if you was in college 7 years, though,
he wasn't playing school. I tell you that.
Damn sure.
Shout out to who said that?
He was.
Shout out to my man Cadillac, Carly Cardell Jones. Yeah.
Christ, 7 years.
He's
He's supposed to be working on it. He's supposed to be finish a doctorate.
Yeah.
You're not,
And
7 years, you definitely
7 years.
Because this is the thing, at those Power 5 schools, they bring you in all summer, so you get at least 6 to 8 hours every summer.
I was just about to say.
So that's 12 to 12 to 16 hours in 2 years.
That's why he didn't finish. Yeah.
He got paid.
Oh, no, we ain't saying that. We just saying how did he schedule 7 years?
But
undergrad.
Enterprise is coming. He got to have a degree to get a job.
Yeah.
Enterprise is coming.
Yeah.
Not a 4th round.
His name speaks of his in Georgia. He good. Man.
I couldn't believe he got drafted in the 4th round.
You want to know what's funny? I haven't heard one thing about his DUI.
They swept that under the rug.
It happened in Georgia. That's over, bro.
Yeah. National champion.
He's a made man
in Georgia.
He's gonna be selling cars and real estate and insurance.
The only national championship in
Enterprise
Georgia.
ain't calling.
Yeah, Enterprise shit.
Nah.
I'm telling you, he might get a car lot.
Stetson
They
Bennett
take care of
Chevy.
him.
Yeah, they gonna take care of him.
Dodge
As they should.
of Georgia. Stetson Bennett.
He need to get a damn degree in school.
does.
7 years. That's ridiculous.
He does.
That's ridiculous.
It is.
And that's the definition of a yellow box of Cheerios. Whose guy is Stetson?
You got it. You take it. You don't like stuff.
We got to have a conversation. I'll talk to Stetson.
Y'all SEC guys, man.
Yeah,
I'll
SEC.
take that.
Yeah, for sure. Till we up here. Shout out to you, cameraman. SEC till we up out of here.
sure.
You guys ready to get started the first half?
We's at SEC.
Nah, yeah, he's Vandy. Big Vandy.
They help the GPA.
Yeah, that for sure. And that's Stetson Bennett.
Clearly.
Let's get it.
Full Sport Press.
This your boy FSP Weezy. Join us each and every Monday on all streaming platforms. And don't forget, everything is paid for.
The Revolution will be podcasted. First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like I do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we get started, I am J-Hope.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
This your boy Weezy. What it do?
It's your man, Coach Locke.
Weezy, where can they find you on social media, my brother?
FSP_Weezy on IG. I'm at How Weezy on Twitter. Holla at me.
Holla at you.
Please.
Coach, where you at?
Man, nothing has changed. It's Locke_the_great. That's THA. Get at me.
Yeah. Jeff.
J Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
Sure, I'm J-Hope on Instagram and Twitter. Let's talk on Twitter. I don't give a damn what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Got 7 months, dog.
Hey, I got you, big dog.
7 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't give a damn what's going on. I ain't got a dog in the fight. You know what I'm saying? I see you, Big Yoke. Big Yoke out there balling.
There's Big Yoke,
Look at Big Yoke. Look at Big Yoke. Big Yoke got caught in the island out there. Big Yoke keep playing no defense, but offensively,
Got a
nothing
couple
like
of help blocks.
Man, get the hell out of here, man.
You got a couple of blocks.
Man, stop.
You see what I put in the group chat?
Stop.
Boy, traveling.
Boy.
But that was a reach though, cause that pivot wasn't moving like he was trying to say it was.
The carrying, I don't care about everybody do that, but he be traveling. He be changing pivot feet.
All right, guys. We'll keep it in the NBA as we were talking about it. Big Yoke, baby.
Big Yoke.
The Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes or the 2023 NBA draft lottery is come and gone. And at the top of the NBA draft order, it is set for the first 14 picks. We'll talk through some winners, losers, whatever you guys want to talk about within this. Talk about it, Jeff. Give me your recap. Give me your winner.
I mean, the Spurs are the winner of winners, it seems like on paper, but shout out to the Hornets, man. Shout out to the Hornets. They get healthy. they get healthy and they get to sign the kid back. What's my kid's name?
Miles Bridges.
Miles Bridges gets to come back.
You do.
And you get B. Miller too.
Yeah. If B. Miller goes to.
He's go. Ain't no if. He's two.
Yeah,
he two. Scoot is cold, but you can't put Scoot and Melo on the same team.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the only reason why.
Just saying.
That's the only reason why.
Might go another way.
It could, but shout out to Charlotte.
The only thing Mike kept that team for was to get that number one pick.
Yeah,
it's gone.
Yeah.
He's gonna pack it up.
2 ain't bad.
Yeah, 2 ain't bad. 2 ain't bad. Give me a winner, coach.
Play in team next
Wait. What did he say?
Play in team next year, healthy. They play in. Charlotte play in.
Well, Atlanta gonna be down there.
Play in team, healthy. Charlotte Hornets. They get their spot back. They was the play in with Melo by himself.
Okay.
Yeah, they right back.
Okay. What you got, coach?
I think the Blazers are a winner. They jumped up 2 spots to the 3rd pick, which was the highest the chance had them. They were supposed to be 5th, so they have some options. We starting to see a lot of rumblings with this Dame Lillard stuff. He started to talk to the media and the fans, and so they have an option. They can either trade and now have that pick and do whatever, or they keep Dame Lillard and trade and get more picks for that pick that they got. Yeah. So they're in a good position.
Great position.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Blazers for a winner.
Yeah. What you got, Weezy?
I got Greg Popovich.
Yeah,
he's the winner.
It's
just like Big Red when he got
Pat Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes, man.
Yeah.
So I believe Pop was gone. I believe he was on his way out.
Nah, he was gonna coach 1 more year. Now he gonna coach 4 more.
Yeah, he gonna see what he got going on.
He gonna be coaching with his brain in the thing.
Yeah.
Hey, low down.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, I'm rolling with Weezy. Yeah. Pop, man. 26 years after you get Tim Duncan, 5-title dynasty. You get Victor Wembanyama, who I think that they're giving a lot of pressure on that kid, man. To say that he's Akeem Olajuwon before he stepped on a basketball court, come on, man. He's gonna be great, but just let it happen, man.
You know whose fault this is? This is Luka's fault.
Yeah. I mean,
Luka had that grainy footage and produced after having that grainy footage.
You didn't believe in him, Joe.
I just said he had grainy footage.
No, you said he's you gassing him. He ain't like that.
Okay, so that's the same thing you're saying about this kid.
No. I'm saying I was early on Vic.
You were,
but what I'm saying is with Vic, it's a lot to that though.
Oh yeah,
because it's a big.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying?
He's supposed to be a big.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a 4, but he's like
Kenny Lofton's son did to him over there.
That's my dog right there. That's my guy.
That's your guy.
Kenny Lofton Jr. is my Kenneth Lofton.
Kenneth
Lofton Jr. is my guy.
Okay.
Husky Nation.
Yeah, stand up. Yeah. Any losers you guys want to talk about?
We know who the loser is.
Animal Brown. Besides Animal Brown, yeah.
The Detroit Pistons are the lose. I think that's unanimous, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I figured that was gonna be a loser, so I had another one.
Okay.
Scoot Henderson could be a loser with this because the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th teams picking already have their point guards. Yeah. So he could go from possibly being the number 2 pick to possibly a 5th pick. Just depends on what they want to do with their picks. Or
5 got their point too.
Yeah, so it could be rough because you got Portland, you got Charlotte, you got Houston. So he could possibly go from
Houston don't have a point guard though.
Except for the sign James Harden.
Man, they ain't got no.
And I mean, so
he could go to 6.
He could drop. Yeah, he could drop.
Somebody gonna trade up and get him.
Yeah,
trust and believe that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, the talent is there.
Yeah,
you have to trade up to get him, but just how it laid out.
Right.
The teams that have the lottery picks have their point guard already.
Yeah. No slight to him because the boy can hoop.
Yeah, most definitely.
For sure.
Back to the Pistons though, that was such a letdown because you tanked for 2 straight years to get Vic. You didn't put people on your team just in case the Vic, you get him, and then you still get a chance to fall 5th in the worst possible spot. And then on top of that, you might lose out on a chance to get a real coach because a real coach might come to coach a guy like Victor Wembanyama. So you might get a person like Monty Williams. Now it's quiet.
Dang.
Man. It's quiet. Yeah, without Vic, there's no reason for anybody. They don't have enough attractive roster spots.
They got Cade.
They got Motorcade.
Man, they got Cade. But they ain't got Vic.
They got James Wiseman. They got the kid. They got Bogdanovich. Bogey.
Look at his face.
That ain't enough.
Let's keep it in the NBA.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
All right. Let's keep it in the NBA, cameraman. Let's talk about the NBA Conference Finals and their predictions. As of recording, they have started. We're going to give our predictions as of what we've seen so far. Weezy, let's get started with the Eastern Conference. It is the Boston Celtics versus the Miami Heat.
I got the Heat in 6 in this one, man. For sure. Jimmy Butler still playing Jimmy Butler ball in the playoffs.
That's your man. Yeah. Hey, I'm be real. You gotta get you one of them paintball jerseys, them Jimmy paintball jerseys.
Have y'all not seen what I'm saying in the playoffs? Y'all not?
He cooking.
Yeah,
he
okay.
playoff Jimmy. He got
to make sure my eyes.
He ain't playoff P. You know what I'm saying? He playoff.
You don't want to be playoff P. You might go end up being podcast P.
Yeah, that's a good podcast. They gotta get Jimmy. They got Jackie Long off of that.
They got to
get Jackie Long off there.
With that,
Jackie Long, he don't know nothing about no basketball. He has DeMar DeRozan. Hey man, we gotta get your dad on the podcast. DeMar DeRozan's dad has been dead for 2 years. Come on, man. You know the room, brother. Do a little research.
He tripping.
Yeah, come on, man.
No, you know who you talking to.
Yeah, know who you talking to.
He just Googled.
Yeah,
he got his
pulled
Wikipedia page.
He just pulled up.
My prediction. Celtics in 7, guys. The Heat just won't go away though.
They won't.
Boston just a little bit more of a superior team, a little bit more talented, top to bottom. Spoelstra better coach though. Joe Mazzulla the water got a little deep. He was on the deep end.
It's been deep.
Man, on the deep end for sure. But I think Boston just forgets how good they are, and they go through these spirits and spunts of just being just regular. And they're a really good basketball team, a championship basketball team. I've never seen a team play so bad at home. They play terrible at the crib. I think they like 500 throughout the playoffs at the crib. It's crazy, man. But I think it will be won by the Boston Celtics in 7.
I agree, man. I have the Celtics in 7. I think Butler's using a lot of energy. And I don't know if he's going to be able to use all that energy and it lasts for 7 games to get them over the hump. Tatum and Brown will be too much in the end. And we saw what happened with the Celtics. They lost game 1, but it was a close loss, and they didn't even shoot the ball well. Normally, the Celtics are the superior 3-point shooting team, and they couldn't throw it in the ocean for 3 and still almost won the game. So I have the Celtics in 7.
Yep. I agree, man. The Celtics are, like J-Hope said, like talent-wise, they probably the first or second most talented team by roster that you're gonna find in the NBA.
Yeah.
But that was to be said last year too.
Yeah.
And they had the same problems that they have this year. They dribble too much, shoot bad shots, and get cold at the wrong time.
Yeah.
That has not been fixed. And they have a coach now that the lights look a little too bright for him.
Playoff test the roster though, Joe. It's just between the years though.
Yeah, the roster is tested.
Yeah.
But the coach is not.
Yeah.
And he's been out coached 65 to 70% of the series they've been in, of each game, of all the games.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna ask you guys: does Tatum have to go off every single?
No,
not go off in the fourth quarter like that just to win them games.
If he doesn't, they're not there.
Yeah,
if he didn't do that against Philly, Philly wins game 6.
Yeah.
The problem is they got to quit having droughts where he doesn't touch the ball.
Yeah.
How do you dominate the first half like that and then you stop going to him in the third quarter?
That's getting coaches fired, bro. You got to get that's coaches.
That's what I'm saying.
That's getting coaches fired. That's what we're gonna talk about in the second half. Coaches getting fired because your best player is not getting the ball in the fourth quarter.
All right, let's move on to the Western Conference. The Denver Nuggets versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Weezy. What you got, big dog?
You missed both of these, didn't you, Doc?
What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying you said they were gonna win both of these games. They lost both.
Okay.
Just what you got, big dog. That's all. Just keep
I got the Lakers in 7. Okay. Lakers in 7.
Why you say that?
Well, I still think the Lakers are gonna take control of the series at home, but I have to get some just a little bit more consistent play out of AD on the offensive side. Defensively, he's doing great. He's getting all the rebounds. He's doing rebounds. He's doing great. But I need a little bit more consistency out of him. And LeBron has to stop jacking up unnecessary threes. My boy Coach been going off about it in the group chat. I couldn't look at my damn phone because Coach been talking about, wait till the game go off, Coach, before you do it like that.
He 0 for 6, y'all. Stop shooting.
Yeah, he got to, bro.
He's shooting 20%.
In crucial moments of the game.
He's 1 for 19 in the playoffs in the fourth quarter from the third.
God, dog. Look, in game 1,
Stop
they was down the whole game. They came back. They came back within 4, and he's been facilitating the whole game. And all of a sudden, he shoots a 3. I like to broke my TV. I like to broke my TV.
Yeah. That's tough. Yeah. In the bubble, guys, in 2020, the Lakers won this series in just 5 games. It's not the same Big Yoke, though. Big Yoke different. Big Yoke different now, baby. Big Yoke different now, cameraman. Yeah, I'm saying he's different. The problem for the Lakers is a different Jokic, man. Woo! The dazzling assist, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A little magic. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm saying, but the problem for the Lakers, that Jokic is even better, and on top of that, 2 hungry Rosses, 2 former MVPs. I got the Nuggets winning in 6, guys. Just, Bruce Brown could go out. Listen, we talking about defense. D'Angelo Russell was a cone out there, y'all. He's a damn cone, man. I'm talking about Bruce Brown coming through. It's easy work.
Talking cash money
Easy
too.
work. Yeah. Easy work, y'all. Yeah. Like, man, I just think this team, you go down 0-2. They just, listen, they did what they were supposed to do.
Yes,
right.
Sir.
You win your home games, then you go to LA. Yeah. The Lakers haven't lost a home game
in the playoffs.
Yeah. So, yeah, but give me the Nuggets. Yeah, give me the Nuggets in 6, though.
That's why I had the Lakers winning in 7.
Oh, Lord.
They haven't lost a game at home since March 26th. Like
what about
you said.
Big Yoke, though?
I ain't gonna.
Yoke is
your
killing.
Big Yoke is spill right now. It's some of the ugliest shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. if somebody listen to this podcast and they go back 2 weeks and listen to, they're gonna think playoffs. Yeah, they're not gonna know how to take you, dog.
I'm just talking about offense.
No, they're not gonna know how to take you because
I'm talking about offense.
Your whole Big Yoke thing right now is crazy.
Look, he right there. He. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna let you.
You done got him.
They gonna holler at you about that,
dog. But yeah,
I've been fighting all year for Jokic, man. I love it.
Lakers in 7, man. I think they're gonna hold home court, and I think they'll be the team that can win a road game. So I'm gonna go Lakers in 7.
I got the Nuggets in 6. This has been a fun series. Jokic has been Jokic the same all season. He's playing phenomenal ball right now. Michael Porter Jr. though is the key. Michael Porter Jr. is the key.
My boy.
Having the luxury of Aaron Gordon being your 4th best player is an amazing luxury in the NBA.
Bruce Brown.
But Michael Porter Jr. That we said it that draft night when they got him at 14, 15, after the lottery, he was winning the lottery.
Yeah,
they got him right there because his injuries. If he gets healthy and he's healthy,
dangerous. You can tell they don't like Mike though. They don't like MPJ because Mike get the ball. He's going up.
Yeah, he's going up.
It's going up.
Yeah, but that's why Jokic find him though.
Yeah,
you know,
Big Yoke gonna find him. Big Yoke gonna find him now.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Ooh, before we get started with halftime, let's talk a little bit more NBA. Ja Morant has been in the news all week due to a viral scene on social media.
When's the parade in my city?
Yeah, for sure. Where he allegedly held a gun and was listening to brand new NBA YoungBoy. Allegedly,
I know allegedly.
It was brand new NBA YoungBoy.
It just came out the day before.
Yeah, for sure. For the second time in less than 60 days, Morant was suspended 8 games during the regular season for a very similar incident. Based on his past actions, no surprise that the penalty could be much more severe than the 8 games he received during the season. At 23 years old, Ja Morant is one of the more notable rising stars in the NBA. The Grizzlies went 51-31, and they're second seed in the Western Conference playoffs for the second season in a row. Guys, talk to me, Coach. What's next for Ja?
I hope it's some more rehab, dog.
Rehab?
Yes. He needs some help. He needs some help. Because I'm not saying what he's done should be excused, because you got to have some sense, man. You're not that far off where you don't understand that, okay, I got suspended for having this pistol already. And then less than 2 months later, you're in the car, listening to music, whatever you're doing. I get it. You're young.
In the city, Coach.
It is. And that don't mean you got to have a pistol with you in your city.
No. He had a bigger gun this time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. He had the big 40 this time.
Yeah, he sure did.
You already lost out, which we talked about in previous podcast episodes. Y'all go back, check those out. You lost out on almost $40 million because the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Now Nike is taking your shoe off Nike.
Yeah,
that's a good shoe.
So you're gonna lose a little more money. Possibly could use your Nike contract. Possibly could lose your Powerade contract. I won't be surprised if he's suspended for 30 to 41 games. I'm just saying, shout out to his boy though. He tried to help him out.
Yeah.
He tried, but it was too late.
That's the same dude that got suspended from all Grizzlies games.
Yeah,
same dude. Yeah. Shouldn't be in the car with him.
You see what I'm saying?
But he was on his point. He was on point though.
Yeah.
They said that he was allegedly pointing red beams at the Pacers.
No, what does boy come to try to help him?
Oh,
I
when,
just
when
put
he
the
saw
phone.
John,
He saw he had the pistol,
he put the phone down. It was too late.
It was
You don't
too
lie.
Because it was on there for a split second. It wasn't like he was just like,
Oh, yeah, it's
he
a
was
pause.
just-
Yeah, it's just it was just pause. We got it.
The video was long enough.
We got him.
We got him.
What you got
The
there?
still shot is hilarious.
Yeah.
Y'all like this?
Yeah.
All right. It's a nuanced conversation. Real quick.
Yeah,
Make it very
nah.
quick. Two major points about this. The first one is I can't speak for Ja, but I do think we have a young man that's crying out for help that has some issues that we're not talking about. That had some issues. Jay, you talked about it yourself. I don't know if it was on camera or off. Anybody drink Casamigos like that without making a face?
Yeah.
Got some alcohol going in their system a lot. That's number one. And I just hope whatever's happening, I hope this kid finds it because it's bigger than people just getting on TV saying we should suspend him forever. He's done. He's wrapped. He's 23 years old. Help the kid out.
Rehab.
Yeah.
Second biggest thing is this has the makings of the gun argument that we need in America. Because if they suspend him for having a gun in the state of Tennessee, when it's open carry, walk around, do whatever you want to, I understand the company you work for has their own personal beliefs and things like that. But if the NRA wants to make this messy, which they normally do, this is the perfect storm for them to make something messy. And I want to see it because we need to have these conversations out in the open with all the mass shootings that's going on right now.
Yep.
This has the makings of something that can be monumental.
You think it'll be messy enough because he's not going to do any time.
He's going to be suspended.
Yeah.
The NFL Players Association is going to, what's the word I'm looking for? Not amend, but basically ask for a retrial. Basically, it's going to go to arbitration. When it goes to arbitration, you get lawyers involved. That's when the NRA steps in.
Yeah.
What you got, Weezy?
Well, what Jeff just said that the NRA stuff here. This guy has been suspended 60 days ago. Well, he got in trouble less than 60 days ago for the same thing.
Yeah.
Joe. Right now, what he's doing is not just stupid. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
It is.
I seen Pesco Bird shoot himself in the club. Yeah. It's dangerous.
I seen people shoot the power lines too. You remember that?
He said, shoot the power lines for sure. but at the same time, like Jeff said, we should, look out for him and say he needs trying to help. He got on TV. And said, hey, this is my fault. I take responsibility for this. And so he knows how to cover it up. So he got some type of sense to make it sound good.
Oh.
I mean, but now that he on first 48 and everybody's seen him, now he got a body now. I'm just saying. Now everybody want to say, oh, he's mental health.
I didn't say mental health.
No, what John's doing is disappointing, bro.
Yeah,
it's disappointing. Nobody's mad at him. It's disappointing what he's doing.
Bro, you got people on there saying that Nike they shouldn't. Michael Wilbon is saying Nike will never get my money to buy those shoes. Yeah. You got people going to say he should be suspended for over a year.
Yeah, like
people want. This is a chance to undercut one of our young superstars.
He should be.
Yeah, this is the thing, guys, and you guys eloquently said a lot of great stuff. So I'm just not going to repeat a lot of stuff, but. The suspension, I think, will hopefully be a convincing thing for Ja to kind of figure out that he has so much to lose to keep doing what he's been doing. His promises that we saw 48 days ago just can't be trusted. I think everybody's more disappointed than anything, Jeff. And his story made us all root for him. His family, his little sister just signed, played Mississippi Valley State. Like, it's a lot of good stuff going on in his family. But in sports, many careers have been ruined, like Weezy said, by something even lesser than this, just carrying a gun, period. It's ruined a lot of careers. So you just got to make better choices as a black man in this world. It's going to be judged a little bit more harshly than any other race. We just talked about Stetson Bennett. He got drafted in the 4th round. Yeah, I tell you what, if a guy had a gun that was about to get drafted to go to the NFL, he wouldn't have got drafted. Same situation, they wouldn't get drafted. So twice as better, 0 mistakes. I think that's why we praise people like LeBron, who's been in the light for 20 years and just had better people around him. That's why I think signing with people like Clutch, people like, that have a infrastructure
veterans around him.
Yeah, just to kind of coddle you until you get to a point where you're ready to go and do your own thing. But you need that infrastructure. And he's 23, but I think he's right at his last strike. I hope he figures it out. And I think people are saying he needs to cut his hair. That's not going to do anything.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My question is, do you think this would have, I don't say be avoided because you got drafted, but do you think this would have happened if you'd have been in a bigger market, per se?
I think it would have been worse.
Yeah.
In a market
Because they
like LA?
dependent. Yeah, because Memphis, bro, he's
the biggest star in Tennessee.
Yeah.
He's the biggest athletic star in Tennessee.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
Let's just be honest. Right.
Sure.
Right. All the Titans bigger than everybody else.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, okay. A lot if that whatever happened in the mall happens in California.
Yeah.
That's on ESPN
everywhere.
every day. They don't get washed under the rug like
Yeah, because Memphis isn't playing for a championship, unfortunately, at a 2 seed.
Yeah.
LA is always playing for a championship.
So that's my point. Do you think LA would have put people around him because they're a bigger market?
But they've
done that.
Well, they give.
That's what I'm saying.
They give Ja 15, or they give him 7 front row seats. They appease him. He's the biggest star in the state. So in turn, they have to. But
they babied him up there. He give him anything you want up there. He's the big man on campus. Here's the thing. And the thing with the commissioner, or whatever, and the suspension, it's almost like homeboy doing what he's doing, and he's saying, "Man, I just hope I get 10 years paper." He better hope he get 10 years paper, because the suspension could be rough. The commissioner, he blatantly said that I'm shocked.
yeah, everybody.
After the conversation they had, I'm shocked that this happened when I seen this video. When you use the word shock, this dude is,
That was the whole point of it. I personally think that he'll get 40 games.
I think he get 40 to 45 games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
before the suspension, I want him to actually go to counseling. He needs help.
Rehab.
All that he needs. I understand everything we're saying. Gonna lose money. It's bigger than the money right now, because he's about to crash out, as the youngins say. He's borderline about to crash out, and it's gonna be ugly.
It's tough, man. Yeah. Godspeed to Ja Morant and everybody involved. Sure. You guys ready to get started with halftime?
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, Beyond Pod, YouTube, Amazon Music, and Amazon Music. Hey, if you got Amazon Prime,
hell yes, there too.
make sure you do all that, all right? And when these ads start showing, ads are free if you got Amazon Prime or Amazon Music. Make sure you pick that out. All right, to get from the full archive of past episodes of FSP, just simply search Full Sport Press Podcast. Halftime Song of the Week by your esteemed panel of the Full Sport Press. You know how we do it. Any artist, any genre, any year. Pick your song that's getting you through the week, fellas. Right. All right, get it started. J-Ho, we're going to get started with J-Ho.
Wow. All right. So, here we go. One of my guys is Devin Booker. His mortal enemy right now is Bad Bunny.
WWE superstar.
Yeah, so I'm going to pick Bad Bunny's WWE intro song, Shambaya.
Yes, sir.
Bad Bunny. It's a good song. Hey, he came out to that.
Yeah.
It went crazy.
It was in Puerto Rico.
Oh, that's
so that's a home game.
Yeah.
Bro, shook.
They went crazy. So yeah, it's a great song. But it's still Devin Booker till we up out of here. So really, Bunny. But yeah, good song.
I got two. I got do one and then go back to it. My first one.
Damn, cuz you shaking, you rattling.
Right. This one just grabbed me Thursday, and I've been on this Thursday. Big Boogie, members intro.
Big Boogie.
Big Boogie hard, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But dude, I like dude music, man. I really do like dude. And the intro to this new tape he got out is hard to me. Weezy, you got yours? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went with Flo Milli, the genuine sample she used from Pony, Rodeo. I like that little song.
That boy knee went out on him. That boy genuine knee still rough on him. He tried to hold on to Big Homie. Big Homie said,
The homie doing sign language and everything. He was the interpreter.
This shit bigger than O'Brien.
Yeah,
going on with you.
Shout out to Genuine. He was singing while he was on the ground.
Shout out to the Bachelor.
But he put the guy down.
He tried to.
He shook him off.
Nah, he shook him off. Yeah. So he laughed. Yeah. You gotta know when to fold him. You gotta know when to fold him.
What he said? What he do? What he do?
That's what you oh, that's funny.
Artist down.
Man, that's funny. That's funny. I went with DJ Khaled. Fam good, we good, man. That song gets me every time. I like it. That's my shit.
The fam good, we good.
That's
That's
it.
You know what I'm saying? If you know what they say, coach.
If you play good,
Yeah.
they pay good.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, damn right.
That's what they say.
You feel good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And if your fam good,
Yeah.
your life good.
Life good.
You die
Yes,
good.
Yes,
For sure.
Lord.
Damn right.
In my
This nigga got two. For real, got two.
I forgot about that. I thought he was going.
Bruh.
Right,
Go ahead.
out of there.
Here's my real one though. Stove God Cooks. Cocaine Cologne. Stove Vito. We need new music, baby. We need new music.
No, we don't.
You should have kept it that first.
Yeah.
We said no, we
You
don't.
should went with Big Boogie.
I like Big Boogie.
We should have rolled with
Yeah,
Big
you should
Boogie.
roll with
Stove
Big.
God.
I ain't gonna lie.
Reasonable Drought album is better than a lot of y'all favorite artists' albums.
Yeah.
Of the
I'm
last
just
2
telling
years.
you.
Where we going to next?
Reasonable Drought is better than
Where we
what we
going
want
to
to
next?
I was
Second
telling
half.
Yeah.
Y'all ready to do the second half?
Let's get it.
That wasn't your best work right there, Jim. I was
You
with
ain't
you.
never heard? Got merch on.
For sure.
FullSportPressPodcast.com. Get your merch, get your hats, get your hoodies, get your t-shirts, get your long sleeve tees. We got you covered, man. We got you covered. More stuff on the way. I always tell a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend that we are out.
Second half, the 2023 NBA Coaching Carousel Show. I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your boy Weezy. What it do?
It's your man, Coach Locke.
Cameraman. The NBA's Coaching Carousel is usually the way to do that. A pretty tame affair. A few teams at the bottom of the standing shuffle out a first-time failure for the new hot assistant. Typically, the best coaches stay put, and the overall coaching landscape remains largely unchanged. Suddenly, some of the best jobs in basketball are available, and all of them have multiple champions to choose from. So, how's the coaching carousel going to shake out? We will talk about that. Here are predictions for the 5 openings and 1 already filled. Kick things off in the Eastern Conference with the Detroit Pistons. Stepping down is Dwayne Casey. He was 17-65, 15th in the conference, trying to tank for Victor Wembanyama. It did not work. Fair or foul? We'll start off, Weezy, for Dwayne Casey losing his gig.
It's got to be fair with this whole tanking thing going on. You know, it comes from the top. You know, I'm pretty sure they put the word in. We're gonna tank, and he's just at that point he's a puppet out there. You know, but the coach is only good as their stars, man. And there's no star on this team. I think Dwayne Casey just
Some young stars.
yeah, but young stars don't do it in the NBA right now.
That's true.
And not you got to be good. You
So
know
you saying fair?
yeah, it's pretty fair.
What you got, Coach?
I think this one was fair for the fact that you can never tell someone that says they want to step down and spend time with their family that they wrong for not keeping a job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was 121 and 263 while he was there. Mm-hmm. They did tank, so that's going to have an effect on his wins and losses for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going into the front office, so he's still going to be spending a lot of time with the team. So that makes me wonder, did you really want to spend that time with your family, or you saying that because you knew you was going to get fired and you wanted to avoid the firing? I don't know. But I got to go with fair, because if it is a situation where you want to spend time with his family, you can't fault a man for that.
Yeah.
I think it's fair. Dwayne Casey has a great basketball mind from Toronto to now, and him going into the front office makes a lot of sense. And allowing somebody that's some younger blood coming in as the coach to coach this young, dynamic team that you have. We'll talk about that. But yeah, I think this is fair.
Yeah, I got fair as well. He's older, can't coach those young players, can't reach them the way that he used to reach the players in Toronto. Just a little older. He needs a veteran team that kind of needs structure. This is a rebuild. He can't help a rebuild. So we'll move on to the replacement for Dwayne Casey. Weezy, give me your replacement and why.
I got Nick Nurse.
Yeah.
To try to replace him. I think he did some similar in Toronto before Kawhi got there. He was building the team. He just got lucky and got Kawhi to help him go over the top. But I think he's been there before. Went from the bottom to the top.
That's a good rebuild, Coach. I like that. What you got, Coach?
I'm gonna go with Charles Lee. He's assistant coach with the Bucks. He helped make the Bucks the team they are the last 5 years, and I think he'll be good with the young talent that Detroit has. They need somebody new, somebody fresh. So I think Charles Lee will be a good fit with them.
Yeah, what you got, Jeff?
All right, so I spoke about Dwayne Casey going to the front office, need somebody younger. I'm going Kevin Ollie here. He's coached at the Overtime Elite with young players, so he can reach those young players and get my guy Cade Icewood the coach that he needs to take him to the next level. So that's why I think they're going Kevin Ollie.
Yep,
and he's a winner.
So we all got younger coaches besides Nick Nurse, and he's a younger coach. He's newer to the game. I have Jerry Stackhouse being the replacement there. Yeah, he was the coach of the year in the SEC this season, has experience with developing young players as he was a a G League coach for the Raptors under Nick Nurse. So spent time in Memphis as well. If you look at Jerry Stackhouse, he is a pro coach. You can tell the way that he coaches his Vanderbilt team. He wants people to be in spots, and he wants them to become specialists and stuff. And in college, you're still trying to figure out the way that you want to play. Yeah. And I don't think it's working for him in college. I think it will work way better with guys that are already specialists, knowing what they want to do and how they want to look in the NBA. So I got Stack being the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, a place where he played it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like it. All right, moving on to the Milwaukee Bucks. They fired Mike Budenholzer. It's 58-24. It's first in the conference. Fair or foul, Jeff?
Fair.
Wow.
Fair. Should have been fired as soon as the clock hit 0.
Wow.
Yeah. Fair. 100% fair.
What you got, Coach?
I think this one is foul, man. They were first in the conference and they did lose in the first round, but they lost to a Heat team that's clearly good. That's why they're in the Eastern Conference Finals. I just think it's hard for a guy that just won you a championship in the last few years that you get rid of them because they didn't make a run in the playoffs. When your star player gets hurts his back, so of course that makes a difference. So I think this one was foul.
Yep. What you got, Weezy?
I got foul on this one. I think he got fired just because they lost his series. The one thing I think he did wrong, he held Giannis out one game longer than he should have.
Yeah,
Giannis should have played that game. In the NBA, you're only good as your superstar. You're only good as your superstar. If Giannis would have played that game, I feel like they would have won that second game, and maybe he wouldn't even be fired right now. Okay. Yeah, I got foul.
Okay. I have foul as well. Unfortunately, lack of playoff success cost him his job in Atlanta as well. Mm-hmm. He won one with the Bucks, even though he wasn't supposed to win one that year. Still won it. It counts. Slippers count, Jeff. Slippers count. His best player, kind of shied away in Game 7. It's not his fault. It remains to be seen if Budenholzer will get another shot in this cycle. But he'll be a good head coach, any team moving forward. And you'll see you can't be the number 1 seed and your best player is out for 2 games. You still lose the series. It's not necessarily Mike Budenholzer's fault, but everything happens for a reason, I guess. All right, replacement. Talk to me, Jeff.
Pardon me. A recently released coach will get this job.
Mm-hmm.
Monty Williams. He's a player's coach kind of guy. He's allowed Giannis to be Giannis, Drew to be Drew, and hopefully Chris Middleton can return to form. This team is already ready made to make a run. They just need a leader of men.
They had one.
They need a better one. Monty's a better one. Monty was just victim of. We'll talk about him in a minute, but you bring in Monty Williams here for the Bucks.
What you got, Coach?
I agree with Jeff. I have Monty Williams here. He's a great offensive mind, and he'll help the Bucks come up with better ways of scoring. I think he'll put them in better position to take advantage of their strength. Like, he'll make it easier for Giannis to get buckets, but also helping Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton get their buckets.
Yeah. What you got, Weezy?
I got Doc Rivers going here.
I like that.
I got
Doc.
I got Doc Rivers going here.
What you talking about?
Doc does well when he has one superstar that, especially with Giannis. Well, with Giannis, you're gonna make the playoffs. So once Doc knows he's gonna get to the playoffs, he'll get some pieces around him. He'll get the best out of what's the number 2 guy?
Drew Holiday.
No, not Drew Holiday.
Chris Middleton.
Yeah. He'll get the best out of Chris Middleton. I think Doc goes there.
I like that, man. I wish I would have thought of that one. But I'm rolling with the squad. I'm got Monty Williams going there because I remember when Phoenix got beat, he goes into the locker room. Who let him into the door? It was Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So they want to play pick and roll basketball. Mike Budenholzer was not really a pick and roll guy. They were in the bottom of the NBA as far as pick and roll plays, as far as frequency. Getting those easy baskets, even though they didn't find a way to get easy baskets in Phoenix with DeAndre Ayton, I think he'll find ways to get a little bit more easier buckets. And Monty Williams, man, deserves to be a head coach. And to go with the Milwaukee Bucks will make a lot of sense. Sure. Rally the troops, you go get Monty Williams. Yep. Moving on to my guy, Doc Rivers and the Philadelphia 76ers. They went 54-28 and third in the conference. Fair or foul, Coach?
This one was tough for me, man, but I'm going to say foul for this one. They were third in conference, like you mentioned. The only thing he didn't do a good job of keeping his superstar with the ball when it mattered. I don't think all that is on him. You have people like James Harden on the court who didn't show up as usual. when it got into crunch time. I mean, he's going in, he has layups, he's passing it out to the corner for threes when he has a wide open layup. He's turning the ball over left and right. So I'm gonna go foul for Doc Rivers being fired.
Yeah. What you got, Weezy?
Yeah. This whole Doc Rivers thing was almost championship or bust for this one. James Harden just didn't show up for him. I think the Philly media got him fired. Just the whole radio, the whole media, they're talking to James Harden. They're listening to James Harden for some reason. I went foul on this one.
Yo,
they're listening to James Harden because Moore is the GM. That's why
that's
they're
it.
listening to James
Harden.
Facts. But no, this is Doc. Weezy said it without saying it. Doc, this was championship or bust for Doc.
Yeah,
they had because that team, whether we like it or not, that team has reached this peak as a symbol. It's not going to get any further with that team.
Yeah, so I mean So what do you do? What do you get rid of? Tobias? They've been trying to get rid of Tobias Harris for 4 years.
Joel better request a trade.
Nah,
because here's the thing: next year James is gone.
Yeah,
it's you, Tobias, and Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
That don't sound good.
Yeah,
that don't sound good at all.
I think it was foul. I mean, anytime you got Daryl Morey going into a situation where it says that James Harden said if he's coming back, I'm not coming back. He's gonna listen to anything that Daryl Morey says. James Harden is a coach killer. There's a couple of guys in the league that have been synonymous for killing coaches. And every place that James Harden goes, the blame goes to the coach and not him when he's supposed to be there. And you're the guy. Doc can only draw up the plays. It's just coaches getting blamed for lack of superstars showing up, man. And I hate that. But I get it, though. With Doc's Game 7, Game 6 situation, man, just haven't won a lot of postseason games in Game 6 and Game 7. It's been rough for my boy, man. But, man, third consecutive second-round exit for the 76ers under him. Mm-hmm. You got to start with a new guy. Mm-hmm. And I think it's foul the way that it happened, but it was going to happen when I saw Daryl Morey and James Harden being there. So they knew what they were doing. A replacement. Talk to me, Coach.
I'm going to go with Sam Cassell, who's been with Doc Rivers since 2014. He was with him at the Clippers. He's also served as assistant coach with the Washington Wizards 5 years before that. And he has experience as assistant coach. And the rumor is that he's one of the people that's going to get this job. So I'm going to go with Sam Cassell.
He deserves one. What you got, Jeff?
I agree with Coach. That's the move. Like he's a respected assistant coach. He's a respected guy. If you want to try to keep Joel happy, if you want to appease Joel, you get Sam Cassell.
Yeah. Talk to me, Weezy.
I think they should go with Stan Van Gundy.
I like that though. Stan is a solid coach.
Well, Stan
coaches big men well.
Yeah, his thing was he does well with big men. He did at least he did with Dwight Howard, and he did good with the Pelicans the last couple of years until he got fired because Zion let him down.
Yeah, Zion definitely let him down. That was supposed to
So it's not far off. Even if Stan Gundy's not the guy, he'll be a good one. Hey, let's just get him to see what happens next.
Nah, can't do that.
No, you got
to. Stan will take the job.
You only got so many. You only got X amount of years.
You got about 3 years.
Right.
Yeah, you got this type of basketball.
Got to happen now.
Yeah, you got to knock. Yeah, you got to go for it. My replacement is Nick Nurse. Man, the Sixers feel they need a more tactical mind in charge. I think Nick Nurse is perfect for that. Spent the last few seasons watching Nurse coach the Raptors. Defense and they played really bad against the Toronto Raptors, even with, I know, of course, it was Kawhi Leonard was the reason, but if you can put a situation where Joel Embiid is the focal point under a Nick Nurse offense, I think you can win a championship. If you see he had one guy and he went with Kawhi, built that whole offense around him. You do the same thing with Joel Embiid. You're under strict instructions, man, not to run Embiid into the ground. I think Doc was doing a little bit too much of that, which in turn, Embiid loved Doc, but you can't just, sometimes Tyrese Maxey said he was a little bit too hard on him. It's a bunch of different things, man. Younger guys. I think Nick Nurse, though, one of those guys, man, that helped out that locker room. So I got Nick Nurse. Speaking of Nick Nurse, the Toronto Raptors fired Nick Nurse. They were 41-41, ninth in the conference. Fair or foul, Weezy?
It was fair. It was fair for Nick Nurse. I think Nick Nurse was a good coach for what he did. I think he had the team playing, but he got lucky when Kawhi came, and the spotlight got big. Oh, you can win. And then Kawhi left and back to life. And everybody was like, well, how are we losing? I thought he's a good coach, but they forgot Kawhi Leonard played there, and that ball bounced the right way that year. You know what I'm saying? If that ball wouldn't have bounced the right way, I think Nick Nurse would still have his job because they wouldn't have won the championship.
Yep. What you got, Coach?
I think this one is fair. He was 116 and 120 the last 3 years. And, 41 and 41, that's mediocre basketball. 9th in the conference. And like Weezy mentioned, when they lost Kawhi, it all went downhill. Pascal Siakam is a good player, but they needed more. And he wasn't able to get more out of them. Losing Kyle Lowry hurt them too. We know he was a lot to do with that Toronto team. So I think this one was fair.
Jeff.
This was fair for, I have another reason, a different reason than you all selected. I think this is fair because Nick Nurse deserves this. That team is going to be blown up.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like, you got Van Vliet is coveted for this offseason for obvious reasons. Siakam is, people are going to try to get Siakam from the Raptors. So if you're Nick Nurse, you don't want to be a part of this rebuild if you don't have to.
Yep.
So this is a good thing. This is fair. This is great for him. Get away, let a young coach step in, and we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is fair because Nick Nurse isn't trying to rebuild. He's trying to compete for championships. This team's about to rebuild. The whole team's Gary Trent's gone. The only person that's going to be left on that team is Scotty Barnes and the cloud of dust. And they're trying to tank for whoever's the next guy. So, yeah, no, this is definitely a rebuild. Definitely fair. Replacement time. Do your job. Replacement. What you got?
This is where I got Jerry Stackhouse going.
Okay.
Jerry Stackhouse, he coached in the Toronto Raptors with the G League.
I like it. Yep.
So, and he has, if you notice, everywhere he went, it was like, somebody, like he knew the AD at Vanderbilt who got him in.
Yeah.
So he can come back and know somebody here that could easily.
Messiah Ujiri. Yeah.
Right. I got Stackhouse going here.
Yep. Coach.
I have Adrian Griffin. He's an assistant at Toronto. They've already said they're going to keep him. He spent 5 years with the Raptors as assistant coach under Nick Nurse. And he stepped in as the head coach before because, Nick Nurse had times where he missed from sickness and doing COVID-19. And then again this past season when he had to leave for personal reasons. So he's already stepped in with the Raptors, even though we know it didn't make that much of a difference because they were 41 and 41. But I think them retaining him is going to lead to them go ahead and giving them the head job. So I'm with Adrian Griffin.
Yeah, they kind of tipped their hand with that. By retaining him, Adrian Griffin's probably going to be their coach.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
But why? Because why would if you're hiring another head coach?
Why would you keep him?
Exactly.
Yeah,
why would that coach keep somebody from a past regime?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. That's true. All right. My replacement is Jordy Fernandez from the Sacramento Kings. Raptors, they could follow hiring a young coach, unproven guy, because 9 days before the Memphis Grizzlies drafted Ja Morant and his guns, they hired Taylor Jenkins, who was unproven. So Fernandez seen someone who can communicate with young players, and what NBA teams value is player development. He's a player development guy. It's how you look at the difference between the Sacramento Kings before Mike Brown was there and then the year that Mike Brown had. Jordy Fernandez is his head assistant. So got him there trying to be a game changer for the Toronto Raptors. All right. Moving on to the Western Conference, we have a hire. The Houston Rockets, they parted ways with Steven Silas, who was 22 and 60, 14th in the conference. They hired Ime Udoka. Can you grade this hire, Jeff? A through F?
It's not on the grading scale. I'm going A+.
Okay.
This was the one you wanted. If you needed a coach, once the dust settled from, whatever, however that works.
Right.
This is the guy you wanted.
Okay.
Championship level coach, and with a young team, he's going to come in, demand of respect. This is an A+ hire.
Yep. What you got, Coach?
I think it's an A hire too. He's a great coach, and we all know he would still be in Boston if it wasn't for the situation that happened. He works well with young guys, but he's also going to demand the respect, like Jeff mentioned, and that's what we know Houston has: all young guys. All young.
Yeah.
So he's going to be able to kind of mold them how he wants them to be because they're young and they haven't had any success. They've had a couple of losing seasons, So I think Udoka is going to be a great hire for them.
Great to hire, Weezy.
Yeah. Udoka's going to be a good hire, but he has to get a player, though. He has to get a player. Like he had a player in Jason Tatum there. And let's not forget that he didn't build that team in Boston.
Yeah. Brad Stevens,
he built that team, and he was just, go coach this guy. I'm gonna step down. I like building the teams. The team is set. You go out there and do your thing with them.
Yeah.
But and he might do the same thing in Houston, but he needs a player.
Yeah, he got a player. Jalen Green's a player.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I think they got one of the best young centers in the entire NBA. My guy, Alfarin Sengun.
Well, if he got that, he'll be fine.
Yeah. I think this is a D hire. I don't really like it. I'm all for second chances, but I don't think this is a team that has the handprints of a person like Ime Udoka. He needs a guy like Weezy mentioned, and I just don't think they don't even have a point guard. So
They about to have one.
they just locked him. They just locked him in early because I think if Ime Udoka knew that Milwaukee was going to be open, Phoenix was going to be open, Philly was going to be open, he wouldn't have. So they said, "Oh no, let me go ahead and get him now." Because I guarantee if he had a chance to do this all over again, he had a chance to choose between this shit and go to Phoenix or go to Philly, he's going somewhere else. So it's a rough team without any leadership, no vets. He's gonna have to, it's a tough hill. I would much rather have that Pelicans job than this. Anything. I take any.
It's not many worse jobs in Houston right now.
Man, it's rough, man.
It's not. That might be the worst job you can step into.
That's rough, man.
Yeah.
They just got players.
Yeah, they got the Paul's
Steven
Silas.
Yeah,
that man was crying on the sideline.
It's rough. And he got players there that can actually play, but there's no real adults there. There's no real adults.
Here comes James Harden, buddy.
Yeah. And he's not an adult.
He's going back to make it rain.
Yeah, come on.
In peace.
Yeah.
Make it rain in peace.
And last but not least, the Phoenix Suns. They fired Monty Williams, went 45-37, fourth in the conference. Fair or foul, Coach?
This one was foul, man. I didn't like the firing of him. I don't think they had time to see the Kevin Durant experiment work. Yeah. You know, the injury to Kevin Durant, I said was going to be one of the things that hurts this team, and I think it did in the playoffs. And then, of course, CP3 gets hurt. What else you want him to do? You know. So I think it was foul for them to fire him after this season. I thought they could have at least given him one more year with the KD experiment for a full year to see how it went.
Yeah, Jeff.
New owner wants his guy at the helm, and that's what's happened. That's what happened with Monty. And you know, Devin Booker might be on that coach killer list. This is his second one.
I think it's KD.
No.
It's his second one.
It had nothing to do with Devin Booker.
It's his second one. KD too.
You
got both the killers on the team. Natural born killers, like Cube and Dr. Dre.
What you got with you?
Yeah, I think this is foul. I mean, like you said, you're only good as your good players. And your best players. You get KD come in, he slips in warm-ups and gets hurt. Chris Paul, you know, his hamstring.
Why ain't nobody mentioned DeAndre Ayton? Yeah. They gave that man $180 million. They didn't want him.
He's gone.
They didn't want him. Monty Williams didn't want him. Yeah. He wanted Miles Turner. Yeah. He wanted Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. That was the trade. DeAndre Ayton for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. And they didn't do it. And that's the reason that they in this situation now. Go ahead.
DeAndre Ayton quit on it.
Yeah, DeAndre Ayton's a clown.
He quit.
Yeah.
He did quit.
Super foul. Fair or not, he was the fall guy for this.
Yep.
Blown out at home in an elimination game for the second consecutive season. That's why he got fired. I get it. Matt Ishbia is the new owner of the Phoenix Suns. He wants his guy in there. Hope he's listening to Isaiah Thomas. I hope he don't listen to him and gets this wrong. It's an easy layup. We'll talk about his replacement, Coach. Talk to me. Give me your replacement and why.
Here's a place to me is a young guy that was with that same staff, Kevin Young. He was associate head coach in 2021 before Phoenix. He was with the 76ers as assistant. Mm-hmm. He's a young coach who's excels at communicating and listed the players.
That's a good big coach.
That's a good big. He served as a head coach in the G League for 6 years, which gives him that organization and big picture stuff. He has the respect of the players. He's already been known as a hard-working coach. And he was a finalist for the Washington job last spring, where they said he was very impressive with his interview. So I'm going to go with Kevin Young.
Jeff.
They won't happen. That's a good big though. It's Coach Bud. Coach Bud is here. He's
hell no.
They bring in a championship level coach for Phoenix that has championship dreams and aspirations. They bring in a coach that beat you. Kevin Durant likes to go to the teams that beat him, so this kind of fits the narrative for them.
Backhanded comment. You hear that, cameraman? Talk to me, Weezy.
I actually agree with Jeff. I got Coach Mike Bud right here too.
Closing things out.
But here's the thing. This is how this is gonna go. This is how this is gonna go.
Talk to me, Weezy.
They're gonna call Kevin Durant in. They're gonna call they're gonna call your boy Devin Book in. They're gonna put up 3 names. We got him. Which one y'all don't want? We don't want him. So he's gone. Whoever him is.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna put these 2 on the board, and we're gonna. I don't care who y'all get out of these 2. They're gonna pick the coaches.
Yeah.
And Mike Budenholzer is gonna be one of those coaches.
That didn't work well in Brooklyn, but it could have worked well in Brooklyn when they did that with Steve Nash. He should wear size 18 instead of them 19 and a half. My replacement, guys, is Ty Lue. Ty Lue wants his superstars to be available. His superstars will be available in Phoenix, not in LA. I think he will walk into any locker room and command the respect in the world that he needs. He's good at making adjustments. We saw that throughout the entire playoffs. They weren't supposed to win any games. They pulled out 2 wins with mediocre, less than talent on that team with no PG and no Kawhi. So, yes, the reputation that KD loves, Book loves, is a workaholic, ability to transform, make those disassembling plays to get everybody involved. He hasn't got a clean run with his 2 stars since he's been in LA. He had success with LeBron, Kyrie. I think it'll be match made in heaven. But compensation to get Ty Lue will be a first-round pick. But you don't give a damn if you give a first-round pick if you're going to be playing for championships. So who the hell cares about a late first-round pick? Give me a late first-round pick that's worked for anybody as a late.
That's true.
Yeah, so.
That's your package to get something else.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question before we end the show. Would JJ ready to get any one of these jobs?
Nah.
He's going to interview.
Yeah,
he's going to
he
interview.
gonna get one.
Kenny Smith interviewed for jobs. Hell, they ain't gonna give Kenny
That's what I'm
Smith
saying.
no
But he's
job.
going to interview, and he's going to. If it's not this carousel, it's one down the line because he's going to interview well. JJ's smart.
You know who's getting all the credit and who's gonna get like of course Spoelstra's getting a lot of credit right now for his coaching job that he's doing. But the job that Mike Malone is doing in Denver and the way that he's taking up for his players, he's learned that coaching in with he gives Mark Jackson all the credit when he was in Golden State. Yeah. So Mike Malone, I think, is the hottest coach right now besides Spoelstra. Spoelstra's
cold.
Man, Spoelstra the one.
If he wasn't Hall of Fame, he Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah, nah, for sure, man. And that is the coaching carousel for the NBA. Yeah, Weezy, you had a good time talking about some
it was cool. First time we did it.
Yeah.
I had a pretty good time.
We should do that in the NFL. Black Monday.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Cameron, what you think?
Tweet
Tweet us some questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate, subscribe, but more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Weezy.
Everything paid for.
Coach.
Get a drummer song.
Jeff.
Camera's always on, brother.
Cameraman, the revolution will be podcasted. We are out.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on previous episodes, please check out the YouTube page and wherever you find your favorite podcast. Don't forget, tell a friend to tell a friend.
The revolution will be podcasted.